The St. John's Red Storm opened up the Rick Pitino era and the 2023-2024 season on Tuesday, and they got a commanding win over Stony Brook. New York Post sports reporter Zach Brazilla, he was in the building, and he joins me now to break down some Johnnies basketball. Zach, how's it going?
What's up, man? It was definitely a fun night. Sellout crowd, Rick Pitino's debut, and hey, man, they looked good. They looked the part.
Yeah, no, they did. And the energy I was watching on TV looked really good there at Carnesecca Arena, and you were there in the building. 90-74 victory for the Red Storm in their opener. What stood out to you, Zach? What did you like about the Johnnies' performance at Carnesecca Arena in the opener? What did you like?
There were a few things. My biggest positive was Jordan Dingle. The nation's leading returning scorer. He's had a lot of injuries, came off the bench, and he really provided them with a boost. He had 13 points in 20 minutes, and they're going to need his scoring. I was very impressed by him. I thought that the three-point defense was terrific, and that's really an area they struggled with throughout the Mike Anderson era. Held Stony Brook to 4 of 16, and just the amount of scoring options they have. You have Joel Soriano back, you have Chris Ledlam, you have Dingle, you have Danis Jenkins, Naheem Aline. I mean, they have a lot of guys they can go to score. It's a really deep team when you talk about offensive potential. That to me was very evident last night.
Yeah, St. John's, very deep roster right now. We'll see how that bodes for them throughout the rest of the season. And look, Zach, it's one game. There's always things that a team can improve on after they start their season. So following this commanding win over the Seawolves, what do the Johnnies need to clean up? What do they need to work on after game one?
Turnovers were an issue. They had 15. Danis Jenkins, the point guard, had 6. And to me, a lot of that was the first half where he had 5, where he was looking to do a little too much. But to me, the major concern is going to be front court depth. They have Soriano, they have Ledlam, but after that, they're really, there isn't a lot there. Where Zuby Ejiofor, the transfer from Kansas, has struggled so far. You still have Drissa Traore, but that's the one area that is going to be concerning if Soriano and Ledlam get in foul trouble. Look, Monday night they play a good Michigan team that's got a very good front court, and if Soriano gets in foul trouble, it could be very problematic. So that's the thing. They need more from Ejiofor, and so far in these, the preseason games and Stony Brook, he hasn't been great.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Zach, all right, good opening act, noisy Carnesecca Arena. How are the vibes around this team? And was what we saw in the season opener, was that a taste of what is yet to come under head coach Rick Pitino?
Yeah, look, the vibes are great. Pitino has repeatedly just talked about what a great bunch of guys they have. In the post game, Soriano and Ledlam were kind of making fun of each other. Ledlam was kidding that Soriano's a 3-point shooter now. Soriano was saying it's good that he finally got some rebounds. I mean, it seems like a group that likes each other, that spends a lot of time together off the court. Pitino's clearly heavily invested here. So yeah, the vibes are good. And look, it's going to be a good team. I don't think there's any question about that. RJ Luis, the transfer from UMass, might be their most talented offensive player. He's still out. He'll be back in a week or 2 weeks or so. And they're still learning each other. Dingle missed a ton of time, and him and Jenkins, to me, are going to be a terrific backcourt. Soriano had missed some time. It wasn't a clean preseason with injuries, but they're getting healthy, and I think it's going to be a good team. Monday night against Michigan is going to be a fun night at the Garden. I'll tell you, it's going to be one of those New York sporting events. You want to be there for Rick Pitino's first game as the St. John's coach at MSG.
Yeah, definitely going to want to be there. You know who will be there. That will be Zach Brazilla. Does a great job covering college sports and St. John's for New York Post. Zach, thank you for the time. We will talk some more St. John's basketball soon.
Thanks, man. My pleasure.